Here we go. You guys ready? All right, game time.
Game time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on Taking Mental Health Off the Shelf. Today we are going to be talking about getting rid of the scale. And so joining me today is Denise Dunn, and she is a licensed marriage and family therapist.
Yes.
And also it's Tholia Davila, and she is a dietitian. And we also have Lorianne Hedderly, who is an LPCC.
Correct.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us. And one of the things that we just kind of wanted to talk about, and it's an ongoing conversation, being a woman, I know for me, not speaking for anybody else, but the scale is a situation, okay? The scale can be a mood changer for April like nobody's business, okay? I'm like working out, I'm motivated, I'm feeling like I'm eating, well, and then boom, hit the scale, and that number, it just like translates all negative things. It's just all negative distortions. Like, April, you did all of that for nothing, and you've got to eat better, or you've got to work out more, or whatever the case may be. And so I just realized, and I know coming to work, because we all work together, I will, kind of try to present a question as if I'm talking about a client, but really, I'm talking about myself. So let's just get that out there. Just want to say it's been about me this whole time. Yeah.
Same. When I ask you questions, I'm like, my friend.
Right. So, I just was like, okay, just being in the office and being women, we just talk about these things. And so I was like, this is something that we definitely need to talk about. There's a lot of images out there. I know for young girls, and self-harm in the form of like eating disorders, bulimia, and diet pills, and all the things that you shared about hidden ingredients and how damaging it can be to the body. There's just so much. There's just so much with body image, weight, that I just really appreciate all of your input as a dietitian, just coming from that angle. I know from a therapeutic angle, we, talk about image or body image, things like that, but really kind of coming from a place of a dietitian, what's good for your body, what's nurturing for your body. I love, it's one of these sayings that kind of comes up in the office, all food fits.
Yes.
Okay, all food fits, right? And, in my head, I hear it.
Yeah.
But then, I'm like, no, it doesn't.
I know.
No, it doesn't, Tholia.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, Tholia, with the idea of it not dignifying your worth or your value. But there are things out there that you look good, you feel good. That is something that I have heard so many, you need to look good so you can feel good. And like, that message really kind of emphasizes the idea from a very like superficial standpoint, looking good and what that looks like. And if you look into a magazine like the one I have on this table, you're going to see models that have been airbrushed, but never mind that. You know what I mean? And so it's really hard, I think, for women to really get to a place where you can believe that every size is, a good size or things like that. And where is the line when it comes to health?
Right. So my question for you guys is, we can, when we're looking at ourselves, it's easy for us to distort that image, right? And so where is that line of where I look good enough? There's lots of, famous models who still don't feel like they look good enough, and they have their all the people that we see in the pictures, that we're comparing ourselves to. A lot of them don't feel like they look good enough. So it's it has to be more about whatever stage of life you're in, because our bodies change with every stage of life, whatever's going on, and really having that that positive body image. Yeah.
Yes.
So would you suggest that we get rid of our scale? That it really is more harmful than it is helpful?
I think in most cases, yeah, it's more harmful than it is helpful. And from a healthcare professional, you don't need that skill to be healthy. You don't need it to.
So what do you need to be healthy?
When it comes to food and your body, you need to have a healthy relationship with food.
What does that look like? Okay, so because I know, like I hear, have a healthy relationship with food. But there is like some things that I know, like I'm like, April, really shouldn't have that. You know, the shoulds come in.
I have a healthy relationship with sweets.
Yes, you know, and then we gotta tell Denise, you know, you should put your feet up. You know, but I mean, it sounds like very good. Like, yes, and you have a healthy relationship with food. But what does that look like?
That looks like being able to eat a variety of foods without beating yourself up about it.
Okay.
And so we know that, I mean, there is truth in that. I'm not saying that there's not differences in foods. There are foods that are more nutrient dense, and then there are foods that are more tasty.
I like the honesty.
Yes.
But we, what we can do is we can get in this mindset of control really easily, where okay, I'm not healthy, or maybe even the doctor told you your BMI is too high, you need to be at this ideal body weight, which might not be what's healthy for you. Actually, some people, because of their genetics, we're all supposed to be different shapes and sizes. That being at their ideal body weight on the page would look really unhealthy on them for some people. So that leads to us wanting to control too much our food, and then we get in this, if I eat this, because this is a bad food, I'm going to be bad. That makes me bad.
Yeah, we start feeling guilty. I know I do. Like, why did I do that? And now we're beating ourselves up.
Yes.
And the thought process that I'm going with from a health standpoint is that when we start getting into that controlling of our food too much and really beating ourselves up about the food, or guilting ourselves, we can not pay attention to what our bodies are trying to tell us, or what our bodies actually need, and we can end up messing up our metabolism. And making it harder and harder to stay at a healthy weight for us as an individual if we're trying to control it, and it becomes sort of out of whack. Does that make sense?
Yes, that does. That makes a lot of sense.
An example. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
So some people, I hear this a lot. You know, they're like, I had a big dinner and it was really heavy, and then I was upset. I got up late at night and I went and had a whole bunch of cupcakes and stuff. So when I woke up in the morning, I was like, nope, I'm gonna wait, not have breakfast or something, or maybe I'll just have a handful of grapes for breakfast, or some a juice or something like that, or water. And then they don't eat in the beginning of the day, and then as the later in the day goes, our bodies tell us, I'm really hungry, I need food. We need to eat to survive.
Yes.
We are not like plants where we can get our energy from the sun and that'll be fine.
Yes.
We get our energy from those plants that did it.
Yes.
So when we get get in that imbalance of eating schedule, we can mess with our metabolism.
Okay.
And then our bodies get out of balance, and then it makes it harder to have a healthy weight for us as an individual. That's just an example of kind of what I'm talking about.
Yes. Okay. Totally get that. Guilty. All right. Always nice to be around you. Thank you so much, my friend.
Ditto.
Love you. Anyways, thank you so so much, you guys, for joining us on Taking Mental Health Off the Shelf. Get rid of your scale.
That's
Just
right.
do it. Just get rid of it. Right? Everybody's throwing
Smash
it out.
it. It's so fun to smash it.
Yeah.